The rematch goes down this weekend on a massive stage, to say the least, at Battle of the Giants PFL. Please welcome on Johnny Eblen. Johnny, how's fight week going, man?
Fight week's good, man. I've been out here since Wednesday, last Wednesday, and just getting acclimated and getting some training in, getting some food in me, doing all the fight week stuff, photos, videos, media. Did our first face off today, did like an interview, just a bunch of stuff, real busy. I'm gonna start doing the weight cut stuff tomorrow. And yeah, man, looking forward to fighting.
You're going on Helwani today too, right? The new show.
Yeah.
Now, like, do you like the media attention during fight weeks? Is it just something you got to check off the list? Like, what are your thoughts on us guys?
Uh, I don't necessarily, it depends on who is covering me. Like, there's some people that I have a personal relationship with that I'll always go on. There's requirements I have to do with PFL or Bellator. And then, like, anytime Ariel hits me up, I'm usually down. Like, I'm usually free. But for the most part, it's the relationships I've built over the years. And also, like, when you guys asked me, I like Homa Fight, I like the page. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah. If you guys hit me up, I'm down. And I follow Paige, you know. So
Yeah.
if you DM me and I follow you, I'm probably gonna respond. And then yeah, I just have a good relationship with Ariel. So he hit me up. I was like, cool, I'm down. And it's just a part of the job. And I try to embrace it, but I like to try to only do the interviews that I think are, worth doing. Because if I said yes to every single interview,
Oh,
I'd be
geez.
doing interviews all the time, dude.
Be burnt
It'd be
out
too
before the
much.
fight.
It'd almost be like signing every little thing. Every person brings up something for you to sign. You're signing everything, you know.
Well, I appreciate the time, and I'm glad you like Home Fight. We like you too. But you said you had first face off today. I know you guys are no strangers, but how did he look today? Anything new? Any new impressions?
No new impressions. If anything, we don't have like so much bad blood. It's not like like we're friends or anything, but it's just like we're both here to do a job. We're both here to fight, and we're kind of throwing out all the other antics, which is nice because that's usually how I like to go about fight weeks. The last time was a little bit different, but I think the fact that I knocked him out, maybe he doesn't feel so confident to act that way this time around. But who knows? Um, yeah, I'm just excited to get in the cage, man, and put on another performance and make another check.
And this is a very stereotypical question, but does this card feel any different just with the magnitude and all the eyes on it?
Absolutely not. Feels
Same
the
thing,
same.
another fight.
Same thing. Another fight. Uh, yeah, I don't know. It just feels the same. Not it's just like everything's so routine, and the only things that's different is okay. Last time I fought outside, um, when I was here, and then the arena was pretty big, but like it wasn't booked with people, packed with people. This time around, it's in a different venue, and I'm not sure what the like how much are going to be in attendance, and I don't know how many people are going to buy the pay per view or whatever. But I usually don't pay attention to that stuff because I've been in the largest crowds in arenas.
Yeah.
Like I've cornered some guys in the UFC, and I know what that energy feels like, and I've been to the NCAA's in wrestling. I know what a big crowd feels like, so it's nothing new to me. So regardless of if it's a small crowd, I fought during COVID and there's nobody in the crowd.
Yeah.
That was actually kind of cool too. So I've kind of experienced all of it, and it all feels the same.
Did you bump into Ngannou at all yet? Like, have you guys met or know each other at all?
Yeah, I've bumped into Nagano a while back. Actually, when I defended my belt the first time, I stopped by Vegas, and I saw him out there. I met him officially there, and then since then, I think I might have ran into him one other time. But I know his coach Eric Nixick, and I know Dewey Cooper, and I saw Dewey today, and I talked to him. He's a great guy. And then I shook Francis's hand. He recognized me. I was like, "Oh, what's up, man?" He's like, "Oh, how you doing?" And then yeah, that was about it. Like at the face-offs, I got to greet him.
Who do you got in that one? Henan or Francis? That's a tough fight.
Man, it's a tough fight, but I gotta go. I gotta go with Henan.
Yeah, going the underdog.
Hennen's my guy. Hennen's he trains in my gym, but that's not the only reason. Like I think he has a legitimate like chance, like a strong chance because he's the more he's fighting more often in MMA. And
Exactly.
it's like Francis hasn't fought MMA in a while. He took some time off to box. He's had a lot of personal stuff happen. And I wish the best for him. I wish the best for both guys. But like when I really sit down and think about it, first of all, I got to root for Renan because he's an ATT guy,
Hmm.
and I just think that he has I don't know more. It's just tough though, bro. It's 4 ounce gloves. It's like anything can
Yeah,
happen. I
they're
just think
huge.
Renan has better shot.
I think that Rogan said it best. I mean the activity, the amount you're fighting, it has a lot to do with success nowadays in MMA, and I think that's gonna go a long way in this fight. But about your fight and this rematch, you mentioned he might not have the same confidence as he did the first time. Oppositely, do you have like way more confidence this time, just knowing how that first one ended?
You know, I never really like I have confidence. I have self-confidence for sure. But I always have like this shred of doubt. And I think it's healthy. It keeps you a little bit nervous. It keeps you like waking up in the morning and it keeps you motivated. And I think it's good to not be overconfident. You know, it's very important to have confidence, but when you're overly confident and you start slacking in, your training, or you slack with your diet, or you slack with your, life outside the cage, it can get really hairy really quick, and bad things can start happening. So my thought process is, you can always be too confident, but you can't ever be too prepared. So I'm always preparing and making sure that I'm bringing out the best of myself each and every day and getting better to where when I go in and I fight, my odds are very high in my favor. But anything can happen in a fight. It's 4 ounce gloves. And yeah, man, that's just the way I think about it. And I don't think I'll ever be that guy that's just overly confident.
And I know you had mentioned elsewhere that you're going to be helping Strickland train for DDP. Did that start yet? Have you guys been training, or is that after this card?
No, I mean it's kind of like I haven't spoken with him like actually, hey, I'm gonna come out and help you, but it's like it's kind of like a given.
Sure.
Like he's good work for me. I'm good work for him. He's fighting DBP. I have like a similar style. I think I'm actually a better version of him. And I like going out to Extreme Couture. I'm buddies with Eric Nixick.
Mhm.
They treat me like family out there. So it's it all kind of falls into place. It's going to be after a title defense for me, and then he's going to have a fight coming up. So I don't mind going out there and getting some work and helping Sean out and getting better. Lifting that room up. And yeah, dude, I think after this fight, I'll probably be hitting up Eric and Sean and seeing when I can pop in there and we can get some work.
Now, would Sean ever come to AT&T, or you got to keep that loud mouth of his over at his own place?
Now he's been to ATT before.
Yeah.
He came to ATT for the Pereira fight. He trained with me a bit. He trained with everybody a little bit, and then he trained with Artem Levin, high
Mhm.
level kickboxer,
Yep.
Russian guy. He's a coach at ATT. But that's the only time he came over. He hasn't come back since then. But maybe in the future he will. But if not, I always pop over to Vegas. I get out there a couple times a year. I have a buddy Nadi Aguilar I train with. He does he basically owns a company named Functional Patterns, and that's like kind of the strength and conditioning slash rehab I do. So it's like a win-win situation for me when I go to Vegas.
And this one, I'm sure this is probably your number one question, so I'll word it a little differently. PFL season next year, title defenses for Bellator, or a UFC debut, or a UFC debut. Like, what does your 2025 look like, essentially?
Probably Bellator.
Yeah.
Just where I think I have 4 fights in my contract left with this fight. So after this fight, I'll have 3, and they seem to be fighting me 2 times a year. Um, You know, if I get lucky, maybe 3. But you know, I'm not too focused about the far future or even the near future. I'm more focused on this fight right now, and you know, got to get through this one, and then after that, I can think about the next fight, and then just take it one step at a time.
And my last question about the future is really just piggybacking off of that. Like, I'm not asking for specific names. I know you're very focused on this rematch, but you know, after your 4 fights, maybe in a year or so, you do go to the UFC or eye it. Like, where would you put yourself in the rankings, so to speak? Like, are you a top 5 guy off the bat? Do you want to come in unranked and earn it? Like, what are your thoughts about that?
Now, I think I'd be a top 5 guy, especially if I come in undefeated. 1,000%, I'm a top 5 guy. You know, um, and I think I mean, that's earning it. You know, coming from a top promotion, beating every single guy, and being undefeated. Um, that in a sense is earning a spot to fight top guys. I mean, Yuri Prohaska did that. I think he came in. He was ranked. I'm pretty sure Michael Chandler came in ranked.
Yep.
Could be wrong though. Who else came in ranked? I'm trying to think.
Kayla
I don't
Harrison
think
just
Justin
came in
Gaethje
real
did.
high.
Who did?
Kayla Harrison.
Kayla Harrison. I don't think Gaethje came in, but that was a while back. Gaethje came in and he had to fight his way through, but that was because like he was still kind of working his way up. He hadn't fought like high level competition quite yet. Um, did Eddie Alvarez come in ranked?
I see. I don't know if him and Gaethje came in ranked, but they at least came in fighting like the top guys right off the bat. You
Top
know what I
guys to
mean?
where they're ranked right away. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, when I get like when that happens or if that happens, you know, I'd rather have a clear path rather than like, you know, just a speculative path. If that makes any sense.
No, totally, totally get it. And I did hear you say when that happens. I heard an if followed by it, but I heard the when. So you
When
got
or
me.
bro, I don't know what's gonna happen in the future, you know. And I mean, I like being at PFL. I'm getting paid well. It's just um, there's only so much depth,
Sure.
so that's the only issue. And but hey, man, guys can come over here too, you know. Um, they're paying well, so
And if there's ever going to be a card that draws talent, it's this one coming up this weekend. Johnny, before I get you out of here, man, anything you'd like to say to all your fans around the world?
just you know, show out for this fight. Pay-per-view October 19th. I think it starts 4 p.m. Eastern time, main card. Yeah, tune in, watch me defend my title, and let's go. Team Eblen.
Johnny Eblen looking to keep it undefeated with another title defense. Thank you so much for your time, man. Best of luck, best of skill, kick some ass. Don't miss it. October 19th, people.